Purple. Roca B with me, you dig? Check it out,
Yes,
out,
Lord.
man. Continuation of our interview, man. So you said
Yes,
that you
Lord.
wasn't never signed to no label, dog. So
No, I was never signed to a label. People came at me, but I never. I was approached several times, but
mm,
I never signed nothing because at the end of the day, I felt like that was like gonna be detrimental to the brand because I was building a brand at that time. I seen it as a brand as opposed to me just being a singer. I seen it as a brand. So with that being said, I was looking at it like, man, I could go further than just being an artist. I can be the label at the same time because
right.
I'm watching people before me do the exact same thing.
Mm,
Because we was coming into a new day and time of music and how it was being received. And how it was being received, people was at that point in time, people was going viral on these and before people were saying going viral, they're just saying that they was getting hot. You feel what I'm
yeah,
saying? So the
right.
bottom line is, there was a couple of situations that put me in a viral part of the music thing, and then that put me to another headspace because I'm looking at what it could do for me
Right.
because I had never been on live radio before. You
Mm,
know what I'm saying?
yeah. What up,
I
yo?
I never I never was on a live radio like live radio like I was on 293 during the social shakedown until I did. Shout out to Juggy, shout out to Uptown Angela and Wild Wayne
Facts.
and Slab One and DJ Papa, all of these people and shout out to Big True for walking me through that dope because at
Mm,
the end of the day, I feel like you could have great people and they never be heard or they never be seen because sometimes people be afraid to bring them to a
bring them
door
to
that
the
they
light.
went through,
Yeah.
bring them to because they feel like they might overshadow them or whatever, but
Right.
not realizing that we all can get this money together. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So and I'm not that type of person to go and like try to shit on nobody if they ever put me into a good space, But
Mm,
if you cross me the wrong way, that's a whole different thing.
yeah.
Because in the business you gotta realize you gotta make the business as transparent as you can.
Right.
That's
Right.
one thing I learned about dealing with people, dealing with clubs, dealing with promoters, dealing with people who wanted to be quote unquote managers and stuff like that. And then or wear all type of hats in order for them to
Mm,
be able to set up, what I'm saying, set up something for you to do. So that's why I really didn't sign because I was looking at the brand and I was trying to
did you
build a
have a
brand
manager at the time?
at that time.
Yeah.
No, no.
Okay.
The manager or the person, like I said, it was Big True that was that was pretty much orchestrating everything and putting
Okay.
together the
Okay.
different things. But it wasn't like we was having a conversation
Right.
saying,
Y'all wasn't on signing any people.
right,
It
we
was
wasn't
verbal.
signing no people, but I was right. It was, but I was fucking with him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
With the movement. But he always knew it was Rocker B, Big True,
Yeah.
Game Over, and you know what I'm saying, Game Over, skipping the Game Over boys and stuff like that. And
Mm,
then he had the Shake team too, who ended up being like two of them ended up being free to dancers. Now they're still free to dancers right now. And then
okay.
Skip still doing this thing right now. So like yeah, and then Reedy, the rapper, she was one of his dancers as well. Before she started rapping.
Yeah. You know what?
Yeah, yeah.
I actually try to get Reed on a song or a show or something, and somebody told me that was he was doing all the booking or something at that time.
At that time,
But yeah,
probably so.
yeah,
Yeah, cause
but
see, that's what he was. He was putting. Like I say, he was putting together things. And like I said, when the business is not always together, sometimes that's when it kind of can be a strain
right.
a personal relationship that you may have with something that you may have gathered with somebody.
Mm,
And but that I never, like I said, I never signed no paperwork for management or anything. Now, if like I always said, if it make money, it makes sense to me. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
But if I could do it myself, and I'm getting booked, like I get booked by myself,
mm,
or I get somebody to even a face to even put in that in that place to just to be that face and not even,
Mhm.
and I'm still behind it, and it still could
Yeah.
go like that as well. But it's just like I said, the industry be kind of crazy, you know what I'm saying? But like I worked with him for years when we was doing different shows here and there. And like I said, when we walked through those doors at Q93 and I went live for the first time, I went viral on Twitter and
Hmm.
everything. But I ain't even have Twitter. How about that?
Wow.
I wasn't
That's
even on
big.
social media because I was in so much of a relationship with my baby mom and stuff like that. And that right before I wrote my first single, and in between that time, I ended up linking up with partners in crime,
Hmm.
and because we had mutual people, like one of his cousins was my brother's ex-wife and all of that stuff. So that's how I ended up linking up with him because I ended up singing at her grandmother's funeral, which ended up being his grandmother's funeral because they were cousins.
Okay.
So I ended up singing that. He was singing that too. He sung for a
Yeah.
funeral too, and then he had remembered my face from seeing me out and knowing what I
Right.
was doing with the boo thing and stuff like that. And he was just saying, man, I really feel like you need to just like you doing your thing. I really feel like you're doing your thing, but I feel like you capping yourself. You need to go and do your own song.
Hmm.
And when he told me that, that resonated with me because like I was getting caught up in a box of me doing what I was doing instead of
Hmm.
just ripping the box up. And from then on,
That's
I'm like,
that's what
man,
I'm about to ask you. Have you ever actually had your own song that you wrote and
yeah. So that's why, and
released?
that was the first. That's what I was saying. The first song. That's why I'm getting to that right now. After
Okay.
I was doing the whole boo thing and dropping the mixtapes and stuff like that, it started to get boring for me because I felt like I had
I
did
bet I froze again. Phone rung again. Wow.
uh,
Damn. Go ahead. You good? You good?
so so basically I knew that that was gonna be a situation where they were gonna try to keep me in a box from doing it. You get what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So I
Yeah.
didn't want to be just in that box from me just doing the bounce remixes and stuff like that. So then I said, you know what? What I'm about to do is I gotta take my pain and I gotta make it into my music. I gotta take my real life and make it into my music.
Hmm.
So at that point in time, the social media site called Periscope that came out, and
Hmm.
Periscope was one of the first social media sites that you could go live on,
Hmm.
and it was people all over the world. So I had gathered a whole lot of fans from Social Shakedown through Periscope because Periscope
Hmm.
was created through Twitter, and pretty much I would go live and all my fans would go on the live and they would watch me on the live. So I was in the studio with DJ Chicken and Shamar Allen. Shout
Hmm.
out to DJ Chicken and Shamar Allen. I was in the
Right.
studio with DJ Chicken and Shamar Allen, and I'm trying to come up with this song. And I'm thinking about where I'm at in my relationship. I'm like, man, like this literally how the song came up. So I'm like, um on Periscope on live, and I'm like, man, look, if anybody got any type of tips or ideas, because this is like
Hmm.
literally, I'm not no hellified writer at all, yeah. I'm just
Hmm.
like I'm a singer. I'm a hellified singer.
Right.
So it's
Right.
just like when it comes down to strengths and weaknesses, I know my strengths, I know my weaknesses,
That's a
but
good
I'm
thing.
getting better. I'm getting way better with my writing and stuff like that. So
Hmm.
I'm coming up with the melodies. I could come up with a melody for any song right then and now. So
Yeah.
what? So I'm just humming different little things, and then I just think about something, and I'm like, all right, look, I was with my girl like 12 years at that point in time. I'm like, man, we need to, we supposed to be getting married and stuff like that. So
Hmm.
the song was either gonna be a breakup song or it was gonna be we was gonna end up getting married.
Hmm.
And at the end of the song, we ended up getting married, but in reality, I ended up breaking up with her. You
Yeah.
feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I ended up breaking up with her
Hmm.
because we had differences and we had differences of everything that we were going through. So but the song, like I said, through that pain made the song of I Could
Right.
Be the One. So pretty much I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it. Let me play
Okay.
it. I'm
Cool.
gonna play
Cool.
it. Hold up. I'm gonna play the song so that way you could kind of hear it. I don't know if you let me know if you can hear it.
Who produced it?
But, Shamar Allen and DJ Chicken and Blazer, pretty much. It's a Blazer bounce beat, but the all of the different keys and stuff you hear and
Hmm.
stuff like that. But I did all my own background vocals. But like I
Okay.
said, that's Shamar Allen on all of the keys and stuff like that.
Mm.
Everybody knows Shamar Allen, trumpet player.
Yeah.
Um, Night War legend, That's a Long Mine. We did, and we had out. We did a couple of things too when we were doing. I'm finding a song right now. I'm trying to find a song.
Mm.
But yeah, I Can Be the One was the song that I came up with her for her. So basically, this I Can Be the One, and this was on Q93. They played it on Q93. Shout out to Q93, and they still be playing on Q93. Uh, when they be having a Thursday night, the social shakedown nights and stuff like that.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, I heard
Gave
that,
you
man.
my heart. Huh?
I heard that.
Yeah, this is my first single right here.
All right.
So this is my first single that I dropped, and
Okay.
then after that, I came out with a couple of other songs. I came out with like a R&B song, like paying homage to all the ladies, talk where my ladies at,
Mm.
and that's on iTunes. And then I dropped another single called Lombardi, which is the Saints anthem that I dropped
I
with
remember
my
that
people
also.
Trinity.
I remember that
Right.
one.
So that was like the third one of the third, I think the third or the fourth single,
Mm.
and then I once I broke up with that situation, and I dropped another single called Something About Your Love, and Something About Your Love was the my fifth original, and that was right before the pandemic when I dropped Something About Your Love,
Mm.
and I was about to do the release and everything at Peaches Records, and then the pandemic hit, so I had to cancel everything, and it was like that really put me in a musical rut. And if you're a musician, anybody know about being a musician and being an artist, sometimes you could get in a musical rut when it comes down to stuff happening and
Right.
happening to you when right when you about to peak in a situation. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and like, so basically I Can Be the One gave me a nice run where people really was like, all right, Rocker B dropping his own music. I like that because, and like I said, what Kango said to me really hit me and made me think about, I got to come up with my own sound and my own song.
Mm-hmm.
And from then on, I was always trying to come up with my own sound and my own song. So then that leads me to my other single, Something About Your Love. Now, Something About Your Love came about because when I ended up breaking up with my baby mama and
Mm-hmm.
the mother of my kids. I hate to say baby mama, the mother of my kids,
Mm-hmm.
and because we was together 13 years at that point in time. So I'm like, this whole love situation, man. Now, like I
Mm-hmm.
said, this is where the music come in, where the music, like the Lombardi song, was a fun song for New Orleans, right? I had to do it because I'm coming from Tennessee, and I'm riding, and I'm thinking about, man, New Orleans need a real football anthem.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, this anthem was so good that it was even for the world, could be for the world. And that made me be like, you know what? That made me be like, you know what, bro? Like I like at this point in time, I need to drop something for the city. So everybody was like, man, why you calling rock and roll? I
Mm-hmm.
had to go rock and roll for hip hop and R&B because I'm thinking about Aerosmith and Run DMC when they drop
Walk this way.
Walk This Way. So I'm thinking Walk This Way, I'm thinking football.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I came up with the whole thing. The whole guitar. Ding, 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 ding,
Yeah.
ding, ding, ding. I'm riding from Tennessee and I'm thinking about and like this before it was ever played. This all was played, and my dad is crazy. My daddy playing the drums on here. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what really this song really touched me because coming up with this song, I really had to put this song together. The
Mm-hmm.
video, everything with this song was beautiful. The city
Right.
was behind it, the mayor was behind it, everything. But it just couldn't get the real push from the Saints like I really wanted it to, which I'm about
Mm-hmm.
to put it in a DJ hand this year because the song will never get old.
I'm
You know
about
what I'm
to say
saying? The
that's a
song will never
seasonal song.
the seasonal song. And then I have a universal version. So I got two versions. I have a universal version that's talking about from New York to LA to Chicago, because everybody won't win the Lombardi trophy.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to drop it for the city first because I'm from New Orleans, you already know.
Right.
So, touchdown in the second line, we're gonna party like we won the Lombardi, because either way it go, we gonna party like we won. That's why I said we're gonna party like we won the Lombardi, because even if we don't win the Lombardi, we still gonna party because we from the party capital of the world.
Yep. Yep.
And that's the whole point. That's people, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
that's a fact. But look, I'm about to play this the something about your love. I'm about to play the something about your love for you, so we
Mm-hmm.
can get into that something about your love. And like I said, I'm a big fan of R&B music. So I'm like, all right, music. You only have so many notes on the musical scale. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So by only being so many notes on the
Yeah,
musical
boy.
scale, it's like it's like you could recreate these songs, and this song right here is called something about your love, because when I was young I used to remember that Michelle song
Mm-hmm.
called something in my heart. So
Mm-hmm.
when I ended up getting married to my now ex-wife, True, who with the caramel curves, um when I divorced her after that. But before me and her, because it was like I said, I rushed into a relationship after being in another relationship. Bam.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what come up with the song. All of these musical songs that came out after that. So something, and like I said, this is God put me in a position to come up with my musical life. And like
Yeah.
I said, your situation's automatically gonna bring, just like when you was coming up with the songs, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know when y'all was coming up with y'all songs, every song that y'all had something to do significantly with y'all life in some
Right.
type of way. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So so me thinking about that, I'm like, boom, I got, something about your love. At that point in time, there was another love song. I had just got married, so I'm like, boom. So I took something in my heart and flipped
Mm-hmm.
it to a male version of something in my heart, and I called it something about your love. So this one here, and this is on iTunes and everywhere too.
Okay.
So basically, that's
Yeah, I
something
see.
about
I
your
see where
love.
you're going with it.
You feel what I'm saying? So that's the R&B. That's my R&B. And I did a bounce version. I did a bounce version with Hot Sizzle, and we dropped. And I never really did a video for that one, but I did a video for something about your love, and I put that on iTunes everywhere. And this is
You have
right
them
before.
on YouTube?
Yes, the video on YouTube is on my YouTube right now, and like I said, something about your love. Yeah, the videos on YouTube. I can be the one videos on YouTube. And then, like I said, in between that time, we had the Hurricane Barry hit.
Mm-hmm.
In between that time, the Hurricane Barry hit, and the pandemic hit, the Hurricane Barry hit, and then that's how I got the recognition again, because I went viral with doing the Hurricane Barry. Because you remember when the hurricane was coming, it was saying it was going to be a first category, then it was a second category,
Right,
then it was
right,
a
right,
third one, then
right.
they brought it back down to a tropical storm, and all of
Mm-hmm.
these different things that happened with. So basically, Barry was telling us this and telling us that, like Barry White.
Mm-hmm.
So I took that. I'm like, I'm riding around the neighborhood, and I'm like, I need to make a remix. And we riding around, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
telling me this and telling me that. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
like basically I flipped that and said talking about the
The
hurricane,
hurricane,
Hurricane
right.
Barry.
Right.
And then that went viral because the mayor was talking about that, and then it was just a crazy situation where it
Yeah.
went viral
Remember?
all the way while my name was ringing all the way in Florida, because everybody get hurricanes. So
Right.
boom, now I done made a whole hurricane song, never been done.
Right.
It's
Remember?
called Levis Please Don't Breach. Levis, please don't breach. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want the Levis to breach.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you, Barry, what is wrong with
Yeah.
you? You know what I'm saying? Just, you
Uh-huh.
know what I'm saying? Say you're going to be a category. You know what I'm saying? I flipped it. Went viral. So that went
So
viral. Like
did
I
you
said, me and the
actually
word
like
of
release that, or you just?
never. I just put it on. I put it up on my YouTube. I put the video
Oh,
out on my
okay, okay,
on my
okay.
YouTube, but I never really released the song because that's like that's pretty much that's Barry White song. But
Right,
like I
right,
said, that's
right.
really like that's a hurricane song. You know what I'm saying? It's
Mm-hmm.
called "Levis, Please Don't Breathe," and it's on. Like I said, that right there just making me be like, all right, look. And I'm with the making T-shirts and everything. I'm selling
Uh,
T-shirts. Levis, please don't breach.
yeah.
Go check the video out on YouTube. It's
Mm-hmm.
like no, it's and I'm riding around the city while I'm taping the video.
Mm-hmm.
So talking about how to how the storm knock the trash cans down, how it flood the streets.
Yeah.
But we still don't want the levees to breach. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
You can do all of that, but please don't let the levees breach because the levees breach is gonna be like Katrina again. So we don't
Right.
levees, please don't breach. When I
Uh,
whipped it, man, I'm talking about man Cantrell, she all on that. She like, Mama
yeah.
B, the yeah, shout out to Milk and Trash. She was like, she the one that named me the voice of the city of New Orleans. I
Word.
said, man,
Okay.
what? That was right before the pandemic hit, and she shut us down right before I dropped something about your love. So I'm like, oh man, I'm like that was crazy for me because that
Damn.
really slowed me down with it as far as the music wise. Because
Mm-hmm.
why? I'm looking like, man, I didn't put out money for posters. I didn't put out money for this. I didn't put money out for all type of stuff. From doing a
Mm-hmm.
release to getting people to cater the party, to getting Peaches to let me throw the party. Shout out to Miss Peaches, you heard me, for letting me throw the party, but it never happened. Which I need to do my next release over there, and I know she's gonna be more than welcome to welcome me back over there because I had the CDs, I had the jump drives, I had everything for the release. But then, like I
Mm-hmm.
said, it couldn't happen. So my next release is gonna be this next song that I'm doing with my big brother Rule Jew. And I know
That's what I was about
nobody
to
don't
ask you.
really.
What's next for you, man?
The next song I'm about to drop 3 projects, y'all. I'm about to
Mm-hmm.
drop another mixtape for the streets
Mm-hmm.
with all of the remixes on it because they want it. They want it. They've been asking for the remixes, so I gotta give it to them.
Okay.
So I gotta give them a volume 3. Gotta feed the streets,
Yeah,
but
give
then
it
I
to
gotta
him.
feed me. I gotta feed me too. So bam, I go and I'm monetize over that too because we're gonna have the jump drives and everything for the mixtape, and I'm
Right.
gonna be all over like how Master P was, and you know what I'm saying I'm hustling.
Right.
I got the cakes and everything. I be selling cakes and everything out.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's what's next too. I want to talk about that too. I'm writing a jingle
Yeah.
for my mama for the cakes for Sweet Caroline because they're gonna be in the stores really, really soon. Sweet
Okay.
Caroline's Cakes and Pies LLC. Follow the Instagram, Sweet Caroline's Cakes and Pies on Instagram. You can order in bulk. You can order the whole cake, the circle cakes, the pancakes. You can order them by the slice. We got it all. But back to the music because I'm gonna get the Sweet Carolines. But back to this single that I'm about to drop. So we're gonna drop the single first featuring my brother Rule Jewel called With You because like I said, we only got we recreating a vibe that we want the sound, the rockabilly experience, the rockabilly sound.
Mm-hmm.
So we recreating and we doing the mix for call this song called With You. Shout out to S80 for the production and everything on it.
Okay.
And shout out to Rude Jude for tapping in with me with it. And the name of the song is called With You. Let me get to it. Hold on. Let me get to it.
You
Let me
might
get to
not want
it.
to play it over the phone. It's not sounding that good. You know what I'm saying? Not too clear.
Oh, it's not clear?
It's not
Oh
clear
shit.
at all.
Oh, you think it's because of the because of my earpiece or you think I need to take the
I
earpiece off?
don't know, dog. I don't usually play phone music over the phone.
Right,
Because it
right,
always
right.
sounds a little distorted. You know what I'm saying? Never what you
Right, gotcha. But yeah,
really are
no, no,
listening
no.
to. You know what I'm
Right. Understood, understood. So when we
saying?
drop that one, it's called With You. Like I said, With You is
Mm-hmm.
the song featuring Ruju. It got like an island feel to it, but we still got like that bounce R&B feel. Cause like I said, that
Yeah.
lane that I
That's
that I that I
basically that
that's my
would you say
lane.
that basically describe you like your music like a bounce R&B feel?
Right, that bounce R&B. Like I like that vibe, but I'm
Yeah.
also transitioning. Like I said, I'm doing 3 albums.
Right.
I'm doing the mixtape, and I want to drop the mixtape. I'm gonna drop the single by itself. We're gonna drop the single by itself, and we're gonna
Mm-hmm.
push that by itself. And then once we do the run for the single, I'm coming back with a joint album that I'm doing with my with a rapper from New Orleans called Trinity, and
Mm-hmm.
my partner, real good artist. I'm talking about writer, rapper,
Mm-hmm.
pretty much everything. So pretty much like we got an album that we about to call drop called Rock a Tree,
Mm-hmm.
and it's gonna be like the new age Nate Dogg and Warren G. Where
Word.
I'm gonna come in with the R&B, I'm gonna come in with the R&B hooks and
Mm-hmm.
R&B like different concepts, and he gonna come in with the rap in between that. You feel what I'm saying? That
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming back with the chorus and I'm coming back with a verse, and
Mm-hmm.
we dropping all of these different songs, and we gonna drop like probably like about a 6 or 7 song album, not that many, but just all of these different songs that's gonna take you
And
back,
you gonna do
and
it
that's gonna
independent? You understand?
always independent
Okay.
because he's an independent contractor.
At what point?
I'm independent.
At what point you think you'll be willing to sign with a label? You just plan to be independent until you get an
Well,
independent deal.
I would say that, or if the numbers is right, like I said, the numbers got to be right because it got to make sense. Because having a family, um, I can't have too many people eating off me if I can't eat off the
Mm-hmm.
situation, off of what we doing. You get what I'm saying? Cause like
Facts.
having being a being in a
Big
being a, in a
facts.
being a family man, trying to make sure my kids straight at all given times. I'm trying to
Big
make
facts.
sure that they right. So I can't let nobody cut off my pie
Yep.
until they're able to put me in a room where I can't
Smart,
walk in
wise young
myself.
man, bro.
You feel what I'm saying?
Very
Yeah,
smart, wise.
I gotta walk into a room. Like if they could put me in a room, in a $1 million room that I can't walk in, you
Yep.
know what I'm saying? Then I'm with it. Take your
Right.
3%, take your 2%, take your 5%. But
Mm-hmm.
I know it's gonna be a bigger percentage that I'm gonna get. You
Right.
get what I'm saying? I ain't tripping on nobody being a fire manager and doing their job or whatever, or even a
Right.
label signing. But the bottom line is
Never,
it
never
gotta
the
make
fire.
sense. Gotta
Yeah.
make sense. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? But we got the music, we got the hooks, we got the music, we got hooks for days, we got songs for days. And I'm talking about when we not online, when I meet up with you in person, I want you to hear it. Like I want you to hear it.
Yeah,
Because I
definitely.
ain't because like just like you said, it's not gonna sound real good over the internet,
Right.
over here like we doing right here. But when you're in person with it, it's definitely gonna sound
Mm-hmm.
better. So I want you to really hear all these songs that I have on that scale because I like the original songs is where we going. So when we drop that album, Rock a Tree, that's going
Mm-hmm.
like those songs that I'm doing on those albums are gonna coincide with the other songs that I just dropped, that the With You song that I'm doing with Rude Jude. And we dropping those songs back to back. Once we go through this run with the song with me and Rude Jude, because we're gonna let it do what it do, because it's an anthem. And like I said, when you hear this song, you're gonna be like, yeah, man, that bitch is gonna
Mm-hmm.
go. It's ready. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And so when we drop that one, we're gonna come back with the joint album. Then after we drop the joint album, I got a Southern Soul album I'm gonna drop
Okay. Okay.
because I want to do Southern Soul. I feel like you know what I'm saying. I
That's the
feel like
shit right
that's
now, man.
music is music and it's in my blood. And I got a
Mm-hmm.
song, I got a couple of songs from, and I got a line dance. So that's all gonna be on my Southern Soul album because I can't just
Mm-hmm.
drop one song. I gotta drop a whole album because I'm Roca B. So that means I can rock any type of beat. Period.
Right.
I'm
Right.
not putting myself in no box no more. So at the end of the
Bro.
day, when these people be trying to put you in a box, I'm an all around artist. That's why it's called the
Mm-hmm.
Rock B experience. We're gonna give them a whole experience of music that they never seen. Don't not and not even talking about the stuff I'm about to do with the live band. Because I'm about to
Right.
start singing with a live. I'm about to do the live band. I got a live band I'm singing with right now. And then also I'm doing like, when I do the live band stuff, we're gonna be performing all over doing the
Mm-hmm.
live band stuff. So it's just like I'm about to transition with that live band with the DJ. You know what I'm
That's
saying? Live
wonderful,
band with the
man.
live DJ. So we could transition. It's
That's
called
wonderful,
transitioning.
dog.
It's called leveling up.
That's right.
And that's
That's
why I'm
right.
at with it.
Well, let
You
the people
become the
know where they
show.
can find you, Rocker B, man. My phone about to kill on us again. I don't want that to happen,
all
dog. It's
right,
been a
all
great
right,
interview
cool.
with you,
Well,
bro,
you
but very
okay?
informative too.
All right, you already know. And look, and next time we chop it up, we're gonna go deep into the
No
and
doubt.
everything that we'll be doing next time, and hopefully we could be able to get us a song or two. And you
No
heard me,
doubt,
because
dog.
that'll be legendary
Man, I'm
too. You
having a
heard me?
party August 26th at 7140, dog. You get some time, bro. Come
7140.
through that bitch.
Let me
7140,
know. Look,
dog.
text me the flyer. Text me the flyer so we can get together with that. Look, and anybody want to follow me, I'm on Instagram, Roca B the singer, ROCAB the singer, just like that all together. I'm on TikTok, Roca B the singer. I'm on Threads, Roca B the singer. I'm on YouTube, Roca B, ROCA space B. Subscribe to the page and everything like that. On my iTunes is Rockaby. Spotify, Google Play is Rockaby. Support the movement. Even on SoundCloud is Rockaby. ROCAB. Um, yeah, so support the movement. New music on the way. My team don't play, man. Shout out to Yafat. You already
For
know, man.
sure.
Legendary. We taking it all the way back and we bringing it to 2023, man. And it's just like that, man. New Orleans to the world, man.
Yes,
We man,
sir.
this
Yes, sir.
bounce R&B, hip hop. We all over the world, baby. Shout out to all my supporters. And look, shout out to my family. Shout out to the kids. Shout out to my girl. Shout out to everybody that support the movement, man. Keep supporting the movement. You are watching a master at work. Let's go.
Yeah. Huh. That's what's up, dog. Appreciate you, man. I get
You
at you
already know.
soon, dude.
Most definitely. Blessings, man. And thank you again for this
Blessings.
opportunity, man. Shout out to the Be Real podcast. You already know.
Yes,
Let's go.
sir.
Let's
One,
go.
man. Have a good one, Rocker.
Blessings.
Yes, sir.